Welcome, yogis. My name is Alex. I am coming to you today from Yoga Factory and Fitness in Weston. And a few of us teachers, while we're in this situation together, just wanted to provide to you some video of our classes to create a sense of normalcy for you, to be able to provide our incredible students and members here what they love, our classes. So for those of you that don't know, I teach the Yoga Shred here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:15 and on Sundays at 3:45. And Yoga Shred is a little bit different of a practice. It's really a combination practice, and I'm passionate for combo classes, for Hiett practices, high interval training, because there's a lot of science behind the practice with the breath, and there's incredible benefits to your health, to the physicality, to really transform, to the strength training in the practice. And when you can combine everything in a short amount of time, so you can get in and get out and on with your day and really maximize on your time for your workout, is amazing. And for like a busy mom myself, I don't have time to take an hour spin class and then go do a core workout and then go do, your yoga. Most of us have jobs, we have children, we have other obligations. It's really hard to fit that all in. So what I love about this practice is it's everything in one place in a short amount of time. A couple things that you will maybe want with you for your Yoga Shred is a ball, but if you don't have a ball, a block works just the same. So either one will accommodate this practice, and if you don't have either, that's okay too. What I really want to emphasize on is you don't need any props for this class to get amazing results and feel the benefits of the practice. They're really just extra when you're trying to up your game or increase your calories or want to work a little bit harder with or incorporate a deeper sense of strength training. So you can have a ball or a block. That's something that you can have. If you don't have, that's okay. And another great tool is weights. For this class, we normally don't use anything over a 5. So if you even have like a 2.5 set of weights or a 1 or a 3 at home, it will work perfect. If you don't, like I said, this is really extra. And when I teach the practice, I'm constantly telling students, you can do every move we're doing without involving the weights if it's too much. You never want to sacrifice form for depth. You never want to sacrifice form to add a weight but collapse in your form. So just be really mindful and start understanding what's right for you and your body, which is far most important. And then the last thing I have here is a band. So these are our resistance bands. I have a blue one here. At the studio we carry blue, yellow, and green and black. And blue and black are pretty challenging, and then the green and the yellow are medium. So we usually work our abductors with the bands, our inner thighs with the bands. It adds a lot of hip strength and stability, so they're really fun and awesome to have. And again, if you don't have it, still doing these moves, you are creating those benefits. You're just really maximizing on those benefits when you incorporate something to make it a little bit more challenging. So we're always wavering with what we need. And then the last thing I have is just my own, and my students see me with these all the time. I love them. They're just little motivational cards. This one says today, I am motivated. I take enthusiastic and proactive approach to life. And I think that in a time that we're in, like right now, globally, together as a community, it's never been more important to be positive. And I, like everyone else, don't wake up every single day wanting to do my workout. It's hard, right? We always say the hardest part is just getting here. But if we can, anything that you can bring into your area at home, write down something that you love about yourself, a positive word, an affirmation on a piece of paper, and just have it in front of your practice So when those thoughts start creeping up that I've done enough, or I'm tired, I don't want to do this, I probably should check on the kids, maybe I should take the dog for a walk, all the things, all the shoulds that creep up on us, especially as mom and as women, it can be rather challenging to find that time for ourselves. I'm here to tell you that time is vital, even in a time like this, especially in a time like this. So don't feel guilty or selfish, and keep something in front of you that's going to keep you going and motivated, okay? All right, let's get started. And last but not least, have a towel, okay? Because we're going to sweat. And have a water. It's really important to stay hydrated through this practice. We sweat quite a bit. So let's take a nice big inhale, deep breath. And then you bring your palms together and bring them to your belly. Inhale to the root. This is kind of a symbolization of activating that pelvic floor, which we're going to engage and use so much in our practice. And then exhale, lift and lengthen. Start to drop those shoulders from the ears. Start to really create that length and extension in the spine so you can have that full extension of your breath. Inhale through the nose. And take an audible exhale through your mouth. So one of the biggest differences in our yoga shred practice is we incorporate more of the Pilates breath, Pilates being a portion of the shred. So instead of inhaling and exhaling as you would in your yoga vinyasa, in through the nose and out through the nose, you're going to incorporate more of a vicious vocal breath. And what this breath does is keeps our core and our abductors working the entire class. So even when we're working through the arms and the legs, while you're focused on that Pilates breath, you're firing up that center the whole time. And that's how we have this a core-based practice. So it's not just sit-ups to build that ab strength and that core strength, but really an intentional focus on the breath. It's not an easy transition and it can feel a little awkward, but it's really important that you try your best. You don't have to master it, but try your best to keep working through that vicious vocal exhale. Take a nice big inhale here and just drop the right arm. You can soften that right elbow so there's no pressure on the joint, and reach through that left arm. Create that extension and side body stretch. Exhale over to the other side. Press through the palm of the hand so you have that nice firm base, and reach and lengthen through that right side. You want to keep that sits bones, the right sits bones, on the mat. So don't go too deep too soon. Bring that left arm up to center. Open up to Goddess here. Drop the elbows behind the shoulders and really start to expand. This is our solar plex we're opening. We want to create that heart opener, being available to ourselves, to our breath, to our practice. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Start to walk your fingertips, almost like a cat-like motion towards the front. Again, we keep our hips down, we keep our sits bones rooted, and then just try to find some softness in the shoulders. Drop the face, kind of detaching ourselves from that stress, from that default setting we have in the face. Let some softness occur in the belly and the cheeks. Right now, we're just inhaling and exhaling through the nose. We're activating our Ujjayi breath, our yogic breath, and we'll transfer that breath in a moment. Walk your fingertips over to the left corner. Stretching through that right side hip flexor. In this class, we focus a lot on the hip strength. So in yoga, you want to be working through range of motion, flexibility. But a deep understanding, yogis, that strength is so critical. And without strength, there is no true flexibility. We want those hips to be as strong as they are flexible. Roll up and out, and let's find our tabletop position. So fingertips will face the front. You want to wrap your elbows in and back so they're facing the back wall. Go ahead and tuck your toes, supporting that lower back. And inhale, drop the belly, lift the face, and exhale, press through the tops of the feet. Really dramatize this. Start to actively push your mat away, hollowing out the
belly, scooping the navel towards the spine. And we're just making space here between each vertebrae.
Inhale. Soften, almost like you're allowing gravity to win here. Press, feeling that stretch in the mid and lower back. And exhale, round. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, and find your downward facing dog. From here, we want to spread the toes evenly. We want the feet about hip distance apart. Notice what you notice. Feel what you feel. Keep the cervical spine in line with the rest of the backside body. Start to slowly just walk your dog here. So you're not forcing anything to happen, and it's okay if those heels don't touch the mat. Just start to find that space more organically. Walking your dog, just feeling that stretch and that strength occurring in the back of the thighs, softening behind the knees. You're working into those calves, you're pressing into that Achilles. And then inhale forward into a high plank. So plug through the toes, press through the palms of the hands, and activate the center, the core. Drop the knees to the mat and come back to our tabletop. Go ahead and extend the right leg, left arm. So we'll do our first set and then we'll add the weight if you want more. Here we have our balancing table. It's important that you drop that right hip and kind of plug up through that left. The height of the leg is the height of the shoulder, so everything's lined up and we have that alignment that is serving and protecting the body. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, round. So make space for what's coming in. Really round your spine, bringing the knee to the nose. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen here and hold. So now we're gonna drop the hand, the arm, and the leg, and exhale, lift up. What we don't wanna do is swing. We wanna just come right back up to the hip and to the shoulder, and more strength, more pulling from the muscle than working through that momentum. This is where we'll incorporate that Pilates breath. The engagement, you want the exhale. So we're shh, 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 shh. So this is the breath that you will focus on. I count, you breathe. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and hold. Reach the left arm out to the left, the right leg out to the side. Activate the core, pull from the pelvic floor. Drop that right leg, bearing weight into the outer blade of the right foot. And then shift back to stretch this out into a half child's pose. Pressing the belly towards the thighs, lengthening the arms and dropping the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Take the left hand to the right wrist and just create that yummy side body stretch first. And then we're gonna exhale ourselves into a modified moon. Again, the height of the leg is the height of the hip. If it's lower, we're not really activating that hip strength, and if it's higher, you're gonna maybe aggravate or pull on that hip flexor. So just be mindful there. Little lifts, the foot is flat, the energy is pressed out through the heel, and it's a small range of motion. We're exhaling for 8, 7, I'm counting, and you're breathing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set of 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it here. Extend and lengthen, streamline this so the right biceps comes over the right ear. Create all that extension and length in the side body, and then take your quad stretch here. It's really important in this space that you don't start to round or collapse. You want to keep lifting the chest up and out and rolling that right shoulder back as you press the right heel into the right glute. Inhale back to your modified moon. We always go back the way we came in. And exhale, bring ourselves forward. Tuck the left toes. You're gonna find that funky downward facing dog here. Stretch back into that left leg, lengthen the arms as you wrap the elbows in and back, and bring that right leg to match the left. Back to your downward facing dog. This time we'll lift that right leg and bend here. Important that you have now your right rib cage and right shoulder facing the mat, even though you're finding that external rotation in the hip. Flex the foot and press that heel up towards the ceiling. Now don't shoot it out, shoot it up. So you're activating the gluteus minius. That's what separates the bottom part of the glute from the thigh, and that's what we want to work. So exhale your little breath, pressing that heel up towards the ceiling. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I count, you breathe. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll practice the breath with you again for this last set of 8. This is the burnout. This is truly the shred. It's that last set of 8 that you want to feel. That little tingling, that little burn. That means something's changing, shifting, working. Exhale. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing this right leg around so it ends up behind that right heel, and you end up in a wide straddle lunge here. Start to drop that left knee and exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give this right leg just a nice little hamstring stretch, and then you'll pivot both toes face to the left. We walk ourselves out. We want to separate our hands. It becomes more of a chest press. You want the hands in line with the shoulders. Shift that weight forward and create a nice long length in the spine. We don't want your booty up, and you don't want to sink into this position. So it's really important that you keep that nice flat back like a plank. In this position, when we're working through our push-ups, it doesn't have to be deep yogis to be effective. You start where you are. And modification would be to just drop the knees here and still create that form and that alignment. Come halfway and exhale that vocal exhale as you press and push yourself up. The breath really helps. Inhale. Now hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Press and stretch it out. That last hold is just that little kicker. That's really the shred. And it's muscle memory. So time under tension for those muscles is how we gain that strength. Shift forward, second set. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Press and stretch it out. I stayed in the modification myself today, so it's okay. Every single day we show up different to this mat, and we take what we need from it. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and hold. Press and stretch, lengthen. Beautiful, guys. Tuck the toes, press the hips back. Bring yourself back to that lunge on the right. Now, try to avoid dragging. A lot of the times we just drag this right foot back, right? But we want to keep activating and working through that midline and core. So press that right leg up, really press it into the belly, a little round of the shoulder blades, and then stick it back with that left foot. Plug in the toes. Feet are hip distance here. We want that perfect plank. So again, no bums up, that's downward dog. Don't let it sink down, because now you're putting pressure both in the shoulders and the lower back. You don't want that. We want that strength there, not pressure there. Start to roll forward, the crown of the head towards the mirror, and roll back, activating that core strength, and let's incorporate our breath here. Long neck, clean lines. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, drop the knees, child's pose, relax. So what's nice about this practice is we want those little breaks. We want an opportunity to reset
Access our breath, take a minute, because when we're in it, we're going hard, we're working hard, especially when we get to the cardio. And then we need that break to reset, to stretch. Shift that weight forward.
So a little tricep work here. Everything comes to the triceps and the core. We don't want to put pressure on the back. So let your knees come down and pick your feet up. Wrap those elbows in and back. If you can feel your triceps onto that side body, that's what's best. Pull the navel towards the spine, and then it's like your arms become this little shelf, so you feel almost like a little pulse in your tricep, and press up, not back, so the core gets activated. Yes? All right, let's go for 4, 3, 2, and hold, 2, 3, 1. Press straight up, not back, and exhale, tuck the toes, press the belly, and lengthen. So really important here that you don't sacrifice form for depth again. This can be such a small range of motion, yogis, and still be really, really hard and effective. It's not about how low your push-up is, it's about how low you go, that you can lift yourself up and out. If you're going so low that you can't manage the lift, then you're going too low, okay? Exhale for 4, very small range of motion. 3, 2, hold, press, and rest. Press and rest. Last set here. Breathe, and then focus on your exhale. And hold, and press, and stretch it out. So good, guys. Bring it back to tabletop. I'm pretending I'm with people because it helps me. Bring that right ear to that right shoulder, lengthen through the left side of the neck. Drop the head, feel all that yummy stretch in the back of the cervical spine. Left ear, left shoulder. Nice. Okay, let's extend the left leg, right arm. Now important too is your alignment on your supporting arm. I have a shoulder issue from years of doing things wrong, so I like to take my own mistakes and turn them into mistakes that you don't have to make, so the integrity of the body. Make sure that shoulder is over and past that left wrist, so you're not putting pressure on the joint, you're keeping that nice long line. Extend and lengthen here, inhale, then activate that mid-center exhale. Really round the spine, make space for what you're bringing in, and activate the breath. Don't be shy with the breath. Exhale. Lengthen here and open opposite direction. Drop that left foot, shifting weight into the outer blade of the foot. Lengthen the arms again and press the belly back towards the thigh. Drop the head and inhale, lift. This time taking the left arm to the right wrist. Take your own stretch and extension there and exhale yourself right into your modified moon. I like to put my hand on my hip, so I don't think I did that on the other side, so I'd like to show you that modification, because what this allows me to not make too big of a movement. We don't want to swing or work with momentum. We really want to work with engagement. So these are very little lifts, okay? Your little lifts for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep the foot flat, keep shooting the energy out through the heel, and make sure you keep lifting yourself up and out of that right shoulder. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set for 8. This is the one that burns. This is the one that really counts. The first 16 is really warming up to that last 8 that shreds us. Hold it here. Come back to your modified moon and take that quad stretch. Open up the chest, roll that left shoulder back, and press that pubis bone forward. Inhale. And exhale, we'll bring ourselves around. We're going to tuck the right toes, find that funky downward facing dog on the other side. From here, come back to a downward facing dog. Let's lift the left leg and bend the left leg. Make sure you keep that left rib cage towards the mat.
Flex the left foot, keep the neck long, and exhale straight up to the ceiling like that heel is a sharp knife pressing through the ceiling. Exhale for 8, 7, 6. You should feel your butte here. Burning, turning, lifting, strengthening. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good, guys. Come high on those right toes and swing that left foot to become behind the left wrist. Try to keep this knee into the midline. We don't want that swing coming out to the side. Come forward onto your mat and drop this right knee. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pivot, stretch out that left leg, and then pivot into that side angle again over towards the right this time. So I'm just gonna shift back so you guys can see me. So we're coming into our second set of push-ups, our second set of chest press. So you can challenge yourself here, but reminder, never sacrifice form for depth. See how you feel, because this second set, we don't take a break. We want to get to that burnout zone. Lengthen the spine, pull the belly in, and go to your edge. Inhale, exhale, 4, 3, 2, hold this last one. Exhale, no break. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, hold, and press. Last one here. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and hold, and press, and let out some sound effects. I always tell them in my class, you don't have to be quiet. Whatever you have to release, release it. It's important. Don't hold that in, it's not healthy. We're gonna come back to that lunge. This is where you could incorporate your weight or not, okay? So again, your choice. See what you need from your space and what you need from your practice today, yogis. Come up nice and tall. Come halfway in that lunge. Important things, don't let that left knee go over that front left toe. Don't shift the torso forward. Bring it back, drop the shoulders, and pull the belly in. You're going halfway, but straight down, straight up. Okay, so we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Here's our burnout. Hold it halfway point, and little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift that weight forward. Now we could drop the weights. Options to use a small weight, or options here to grab your ball or your block. So this is a choice again. Lengthen, stay low, and you're gonna bring that knee to the ball. Okay, more the knee to the ball than rounding the spine to get the ball to the knee. We want to find contraction in that pelvic floor. So your breath here is critical. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now keep going. 8. Pick up your pace. Pick up your cadence if you're able to do that, and keep your form. Keep rooting into that front left foot. Here's our breath. Powerful, forceful. Let it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Little pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're gonna keep rooting. So we're feeling that strength happening right in that left leg, supporting leg, lift up and out. From here, drop your shoulders, point your toe, and tap the knee to the ball. Don't do this and round to the ball. Exhale, 8, 7. Now here's the breath again. So the core keeps working for us. Don't hold that breath in. And we tend to do that, especially when we have that little bit of cardio or working that big muscle group of the leg. You have to breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, little pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lunge. Put the ball safely away or your weight safely away. Really important that you're safe in your space. You don't want to trip on your weight, roll your ankle, that would suck. Bring that left leg back to meet the right. Find that high rounded plank again where you're plugging in through your toes, you're rounding through your shoulder blades, and you're shifting weight forward and back. Now, side note, not up and down, forward and back, core engaged for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale into downward facing dog and breathe. Take a moment here. This is your rest. This is your ability to reset your breath, to calm your nervous system with your breath. Okay, really important. I'm just maintaining our light situation here. So we're in our, and whenever you need to look at your motivation, you know, your inspirational word or card, whatever it is that you need in front of you, just a reminder of why you showed up to your mat in the first place. So important. Lift the left leg, bring it all the way through and lunge. Grab your weights if you want them. This is always extra. And come all the way up. Drop your shoulders, plug in those back left toes. We're gonna come halfway down. Make sure you don't roll forward. Pull the belly in, keep the torso long. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Little pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It starts to burn. That means something's working. So embrace that work. There's no skipping the work, guys. Shift that weight forward. Drop your weight. Grab your blocker ball and extend and lengthen. It is very important that you keep bearing weight evenly into that front right foot, but don't roll that front knee past that front big toe. Exhale. Stay low. Keep the spine long and pull that knee into the midline. For 8, 7, 6. Start to breathe. Now pick up a little bit of pace if it doesn't sacrifice that form. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last set. This is the one that counts. Make it count. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Stay low. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep rooting into that right foot and lift and lengthen. So good, guys. So find that posture here. Point the left toe and drop your shoulders. Tap. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Pulse. 8, 7, 6. Lift it up. Lift it up. For 4, exhale, and release. Oh, and make a sound effect. It's important, but keep it clean on this video, okay? All right, forward fold here. This is not about straightening your legs. It's about lengthening your spine, so keep the joints safe, bend the knees. Press the belly to the thighs, drop the head. Inhale, lengthen. Now, atomically, your tongue is the first part of your core, believe it or not. So anytime we release, we activate it, we involve it into our practice, it's so good. So inhale, lengthen, dragon's breath, open up your mouth, do not be shy, stick out your tongue, you're home alone anyway, who cares? Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let that crab go, whatever, whoever, release it. This is your time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. So good. Jump, step, float, or fly. You find your high plank. Okay? Now this is where, I tell you, if you need to modify, you would drop that right knee. If you want to keep it a little bit more challenging, you keep yourself in that plank. Start to just lift those left toes off the mat and plug them right back in. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plug those left toes in, take a break if you absolutely have to, but I encourage you to stay with me because you can, you're strong, you're capable, you're able. Tell yourself that real story about who you are. Pick that right leg up, exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5. I count, you breathe. And exhale, downward dog. And I'm done. Just kidding. It feels amazing. Jump to the middle of your mat, forward fold. And come up nice and slow. Watch that equilibrium. Don't do anything too fast. Use your towel that you need. Take a sip of water. Hydration, so important. And what we're gonna do here is flip the mat in a different direction. Okay, so we're just changing our mat lengthwise. This isn't like critical, but just more so you guys can see what I'm doing. But if you want to flip your mat at home, that's cool too. This is where we incorporate our bands. Reminder, if you don't have a band at home, it's okay. If you need a band, message me. You can come grab one from me, okay? I have some at home, maybe just through this time until we can get back into the studio walls. Let's just help each other, stay active, stay healthy. You know, I truly believe that when things happen, we get to see who people really are. We get to see the character of people. Our youth is watching how we're handling this crisis. And it's important that we keep ourselves healthy and breathing and calm and just finding any avenue to continue to be our best selves. And as yogis, we have a duty, a responsibility to not feed into the crazy, you know? Safe and informed, yes. Stressed, anxiety, freaking out, that doesn't solve anything, my friends. All that does is feed into the fear. And fear is a liar. It's a liar. And it will eat you up and swallow you whole. And I lived there for years. And I decided that that's not where I was going to live anymore. And on top of many avenues I take to stay well, fitness and health and my practice is it's who I am. It's not just what I do, it's who I am, so I can be who I really want to be. So we're going to put our band on our thighs. And again, we don't want to sink weight into the shoulder. I have a shoulder injury on this right from doing chaturangas wrong for years. So really want to be mindful that you're always lifting yourself up and out. You want to pull from the core. That's what we want to build: strength, strong core, strong everything. And we're eliminating the risk of putting pressure on things that can't take it, right? Put your hand on that hip, baby, so you can feel what you're doing here. A lot of the times we think bigger, better, not necessarily so, especially in Pilates. This is a really little move. For your abductor, we get into that intercostal muscle. We're kind of like carving out that center. And our hip flexors, building that strength, not just flexibility. So like a little alligator mouth, my heels are touching, and we're just going to open and close. The engagement is the exhale. So we inhale, open, shh. We go for 8. I count, you breathe. I know I sound like a broken record, but especially making a video and doing this at home for my Yoga Shred peeps, it's easy to not breathe, okay? Ask my class, I'm yelling at them all the time because we hold our breath when we're challenged. We hold our breath when things are hard. That's when we have to breathe the most. Be most aware of our breath. Let's go for 8, 7, and it's okay to feel the strength happening in that left arm. We just don't want to pour or dump weight into that left shoulder. Hold it open here and little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and close. All right. Switch on to your sits bones and your tailbone. There's this little sweet spot that's kind of flat right above, right there in the sacrum. So try to find that, because when you do, you can chill here a little bit more accessible. Press down onto your forearms as you roll the shoulders back and lift the chest up, heart towards the ceiling. Extend those legs long, point the toes. You're gonna find your edge again. I'd say like 180 degrees with your legs if that's manageable for you. You're gonna inhale as you lower Now if you need that extra break, you can tap the heels to the ground, to the mat. If you want more for right in that center work, keep them hovering over your mat. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Flex the toes towards the face. See how I'm kind of rounding? I'm getting lazy, I'm getting tired. Be mindful that you're lifting yourself up and out of yourself. Open, close, little alligator mouth. Again, it doesn't have to be big. You're working into the inner and outer thighs. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it, pulse, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and give yourself that little hug. So bring the thighs to the belly, keep the neck long, chin towards the ceiling, shoulders relaxed. Just breathe. Take that vocal exhale through the mouth. And then let's flip it, other side. We're almost there, guys, okay? Come onto that right arm. Lift up and out. Open up the chest. Now this left hand can be supporting you, but my only concern there is that you start to round. I prefer it to be on the hips so you can feel what you're doing and not go too far. Open, close for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it open here. Pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and close. Exhale, 8, 7. I added a little something there. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last set. This is where you should start to really feel it. Exhale for 8, 7, 6. I'm looking at my card. I'm reminding myself I'm motivated. I'm strong. For 2, hold it here. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Make sure you're breathing. And close. Pooh! All right. Go on to our sits bones. Lengthen those legs. Now lift the chest again. So you're bearing weight into your forearms. You're taking pressure off your lower back and lift your legs. Now these are little scissor kicks. Everybody loves these. Just kidding. Scissor kick for 8, 7, 6, 5. Now lift them up just a little higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Little higher. 8, 7. Keep the chest lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now flex the toes towards the face and flutter kick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now come halfway. Flutter kick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hover like an inch over that mat with those heels. Keep lifting up and out of that chest. And flutter kick for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And hold for 8, 7. So the heels are just like an inch off the mat. You keep it. Engagement of that pelvic floor. And release. Beautiful, guys. Extend the arms. Stretch out the abs you just worked. Take a nice big inhale here. Okay, traditional Pilates roll up. So inhale, lengthen, and then keep the legs settled into the mat. As you exhale, roll up and out and take a forward fold. Just like a standing forward fold, keep those knees bent, find the ease and the space in the body. All right, let's take our band off. And you can just like chuck it at my face if that makes you feel better, right into your phone or your iPad or however you're watching this, if that was really painful, because I know it was. But like I said, guys, right, you can't skip the work. There's no skipping it. There's no shortcuts to wellness, to health, and to fitness. You gotta dig deep. So let's come into a seated position, whatever leg you favor. Let's roll the flesh away from the sits bones. Just feel grounded, rooted, and supported. Inhale through the nose, soft exhale through the mouth, and then take a nice big inhale here, and exhale, twist. Let that right arm lengthen the spine, and peek over that right shoulder. Then peek down and past that left. And then inhale, lengthen. Try to lift to the side body. We work the obliques and drop the shoulders from the ears. And exhale, twist to the left. Allowing the left arm to really lengthen the spine as you twist through the navel. Looking over that left shoulder, down and past that right. And inhale. Exhale, just like we began. Start to walk your fingertips forward, really allowing some space to occur in the body. Feel that stretch in your hips and roll up and out into table. 2 cat back stretches here, nice and slow. More of a release to the body. Calm the nervous system. Come back to an inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, your yogic breath. Walk the hands back towards the knees, plug in the toes and lift the hips. You find yourself in a forward fold. Roll up like a rag doll, take your time. Come into a second position here. Inhale, plie, nice big breath, exhale, release. One more time, guys, nice big breath. Let the physicality of the practice go. Release yourself, be proud of yourself for showing up for yourself today. So good. And there is a little sneak peek into shred. If you are a yogi at the Yoga Factory and you haven't tried this class and you're a little scared, don't be. It's fun, it's amazing. And yogis, you still need cardio in your practice, in your life, in your day. So let's get it in and out and done together. Little side note, a kick-ass playlist is really critical for this class, which is normally what you would be hearing. So create your playlist, whatever you feel like just energizes you, inspires you, pumps you up, and blare that crap in your garage and take that 45 minutes for yourself. You deserve it. Until we meet again, sooner rather than later, here at the factory together. I love you all. You're amazing. Thanks for showing up for yourself, and I will be here waiting for you with all kinds of new stuff because I got nothing but time to work on it. All right, guys. Peace.